know what time it is?
No.
Mic check.
Hello everyone, welcome to Think Big.
Thank God.
Thanks for tuning in, and if you're new, welcome. I am Carla, and this is my husband,
Ryan
Britton, and today is January 17th, 2019. Yay. Happy day today. If you notice, we're in our room today, so hopefully you don't get too distracted with our surroundings, because the room is really cool.
There's a lot of stuff.
We like pictures.
Yes, we do. So let's just get right into it.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Today we'll be talking about who is God to us, and we'll be sharing a little bit about our testimony and kind of what we've been going through. Just share a little bit more about us and make it more personal.
So I think it'll be 2 weeks ago now that we started getting up at 4:30 in the morning, doing a devotional or reading our Bible. I've been doing a devotional. She's been reading the Bible pretty much, and I've gone through 3 devotionals already. So I think I've finally found one that's gonna be anointed and is exactly what God has wanted me to hear. It's a devotional by Smith Wigglesworth. It was recommended to me by Chad. He's the guy that's been keeping me accountable through this, and to be honest, it's been a big struggle. I do not get up energized, nor do I do anything that tries to get me energized. So, there's been probably half of the mornings where I go out in the living room and I'm falling asleep.
We don't drink coffee, by the way, so we don't drink coffee much at all.
I do occasionally, but so gotta find something new to fix that, and also going to sleep early. That's something we mentioned in the last video. We've been trying to keep to that, but it's a little bit tough. So this is just us saying, hey, we're not perfect people, no one's perfect, and this is just something that we wanted to tell you guys and not try to fake to you, because the last thing you want is to compare yourself to us, and that's something that God doesn't want us to do anyway. But for a lot of people, they struggle with it all the time. I just struggle with it constantly still.
For me, at least, I'm a big reader, but I've always struggled reading my Bible in general. So I finally started just reading my Bible every morning, even if it's me getting up and then falling asleep again. I try to get up and I read my Bible, and then if I'm falling asleep again, I try to get up, and so then after, it's just a continuous thing. Just gotta practice, and it's not so much reading my Bible, check, going to church, check. It's like I actually want to read my Bible more now, and I find it engaging and I find it fun, and so that's really exciting, just to be able to see that change in me, and a change of heart, and seeing what God is doing throughout my life, and even just being excited about waking up the next morning, even if I'm really, really tired because I went to sleep late because of whatever I was doing, and just the fact that I'm getting up early and I'm trying to make a commitment to God, to myself, and to my husband, and after that, just whatever comes with it, getting to work early and getting stuff done, and making sure I'm going to sleep early so I can wake up the next morning and I can be one-on-one with God. And again, that's just been really, what's the right word, exciting, because I've never experienced this before. Again, I'm a big reader. I love reading books. But the Bible has not just been something like that out of instinct. I just let me pick it up and read it. No, it's actually let me see what God has to tell me today. And so, it's been awesome.
Yeah, something that caught my attention is that you're starting to actually want to read, and that's something that I struggle with a lot too. And just doing it over and over again, you'll get into that habit of doing it, and before long, like you are now, even if we're struggling to stay awake, it's the first thing we think of when we wake up now. And I think that's really good for us, and it shows
we're committed.
Yeah, well, it shows progress.
That too. Even if it's on weekends, like, we'll wake up early, and at least for me, that's like the first thing in my mind before I do anything else. And it definitely gives me that energy to go throughout the day, because whatever I read, I try to focus on it and apply it to that one day, and then I try to keep it throughout the whole day. Even if I'm just having the most like frustrating day, I just go back home and I'm like, okay, like back home as in like what I was reading that morning, and I'm like, okay, remember what you read this morning, try to apply it, don't forget about it. If it's a tough situation, just you have that word in you, use it. And that's kind of like a consolation for me, that I can rely on God and His Word and that wisdom that He gives me to continue throughout my day, because not all days are easy, but all days are good.
Something that I've found that I like to do is I open up my Bible, and I'm not sure if they have it on all Bibles, but on the study Bibles at least, they have a little margin with references to other verses that you can go to. And what I really like about that is if something sticks out to me, like the other day, prayer was a big thing God was trying to show me. And there's one line that talks about prayer, and then over in the references it points you to another like 3 or 4 different verses that you can go to. And something that I do now is I don't just go to that reference and read that verse. Well, I do that first, but it allows me to kind of be guided through what God is trying to show me. So I see that, and then I can go and read the whole chapter or the whole section that the verse is in. So as I'm doing it, I'm slowly finding different ways to get that.
So it's just like, it's like a web of trying to find things out, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that was related to that kind of deal. At least that's how it is for me. So it's like a scavenger hunt, and like saying, oh, we're talking about prayer, but prayer has to do with this too, and then it has to do with this and this and that. So I think it's really fun, because it's like a quest in your Bible. So it's really exciting, just like looking out and see what else you can find when you learn. And even like for me at least, I learned something new within the Bible and about myself almost every single day, and I get to just like experience it with myself. And even like if I'll want to share it with my husband or want to share it with a friend or anything, it's just great to have. We just wanted to update you on that and say, as just what Ryan was saying earlier, we're not perfect. We're on this journey together, and that first step is the most important one. But also after that, it's what you do with it. Like, you have your Bible, you have your time, you have you, and yes, you have all these other responsibilities, but what is your main priority? And at least for us, or for me, if God is not the center of everything that I'm doing, like, I feel like everything is kind of like out of balance. So I have to be able to have that in balance, and to have that as part of my daily life now. And just even like thinking about how not having had that before and how it is now, how much more harder it was. And it's not saying that life is easier now, but I know God is with me all the time, and in having that, it's a consolation in my life, in saying, like, seeking that I can go to Him for help, I can go to Him for prayer, I can go to Him with my worries, my happiness. So I'm never alone, and it's like having a best friend for life, and it's very beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So something else that I wanted to know from everybody is, what is something that you do that keeps you in the Word every single day? Just like I mentioned, the references. We're on this journey together, and we want to make this a two-way conversation. We don't want to be talking at y'all. We want you to be, bringing stuff up to us, and we can have discussions over it and stuff. This is keeping me accountable. This is keeping her accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been a lot of fun doing these videos. And the best part of it is we're not doing it for us. We're doing it to advance God's kingdom. I'm not really someone that's too comfortable in front of a camera or comfortable talking a whole lot. I like to keep to myself. So this is me going out of my comfort zone.
So basically, with all that being said, if you care to share a comment for us and express how you're feeling, or if there's any prayer requests that you'd like to send your way, please do so. And make sure, if you're not following us on Instagram or Facebook, to do so. Again, our social media, Instagram is Think Big, Thank God.
So remember to
think big,
thank God. We'll see you next time.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Hello everyone, welcome to Think Big. Wow.
I messed up already.